Hey guys, it's me, Anamis. So let me do this as like I guess you could say like an introductory video. So who am I? Well, like I said, I am Anamis Bonner. I am a motivational speaker. I am um, a writer, and I'm also a blogger. I started this YouTube because I know that I'd reach more people with this, but also because I have things I want to talk about that involve like spiritual things in the context of like a highly sensitive person. So, with that being said, I want to talk about today because like I said, this is just kind of like an introductory video. Um, I like comments on here. Of course, I want you guys to comment and give me feedback. Um, because like I said, this channel really isn't for me. It's really for you guys. Because there's certain things that I talk about and that I know that'll reach people. And I am on Facebook, also on Instagram, and Anami Spawner. And my blog is a WordPress blog, which is anamispawner.wordpress.com. So please go check that out. Um, but yeah, so I kind of just wanted to talk about something that is kind of bothering me a little bit when it comes to just people as of lately, like, and well, not even just lately, but you know how people are sitting out here and they're saying things like, oh, well, things should be a certain way. And if you know, into not change them, like, I'm trying to give a good example. With, like, if I was to say everybody should act godly, right? Some people will take that in a Christian context. Some people will take that. I mean, people will take that in like a religious context of whatever you think God is, right? That's how you form it. When in reality, that's not what I mean. First off, in order for you to understand what I mean, you need to really just get away from a religious context when I say to be godlike or you need to be godly. Because I truly believe that people are born as God in a human form. The thing about it is though is that we have through I feel like what they say is called like amnesia. We've lost our way, especially as growing and learning and being conditioned by our parents and TV and society. We've lost our way, and so we become something else that takes you further away from who you are at your core. And I feel like people that are not following who they are when they're not being intuitive or not intuitive, sorry, when they're not in tune with who they are as a person, not in tune with who they are in the world around them, but not being as so much a part of the world. Like, you know, they always say the saying of being in the world but not of it. And it's true. And the reason being is because you truly are godly in your essence. The problem is, like I said, is that when we were born, we're taught, we're conditioned by society, by our parents, by friends, and we become further and further and further away from that. And no wonder we have like illnesses and sicknesses and all these things that we've got going on now. I mean, it's always a struggle for power. There's always a struggle for domination of who can outrun who. And not saying that like competition and things are not good. But what I'm saying is that being a person who is, if you truly are godly, there's no need to compete. Like, so I guess I kind of am saying that competition is, I think competition helps you grow as far as like learning, right? So like if you're really trying to learn something, it helps you grow where you can achieve, where you can, in that sort of construct of like an educational construct, I believe competition is good. But when it comes to like survival or like trying to be, trying to get a certain place of position of power or whatever, I just don't think that competition is a good thing. And I think that's where us as humans become majorly flawed. I mean, humans, of course, we're human, we're flawed. No one's perfect, but I think that us being human is even kind of lost on us now, especially in the last two generations. Like I said, I'm really only like almost 30, right? Like, but I'm saying I've seen like history and I've seen things and I've studied it, and I know that humanity literally has been lost on people. There isn't humanity anymore. The moment, and I feel like the moment that we've started becoming like that, where we're just kind of like, is the moment that we started to like want to conquer places and want to like overrun people and want to use people for our own personal gains and not really help out others. You know what I mean? In the same way you're helping out yourself. You see what I mean? Like, it's just, it's selfishness, it's greed, it's a lot of things. And I feel that us as people need to stop being so wanting of things that don't really matter at the end of the day. You know, like, we put so much emphasis on materialistic things. We put so much emphasis, especially now, on fleeting moments. You know what I mean? And not really staying in that moment either. Like, it's so weird how, like, say if we were like, if you were going to a concert and you know how people now they're talking about, people like, don't turn your phones on because you're missing the moment. But a lot of people are like, phone time, you know, it's like, put your camera up. And you're missing the moment entirely without having that. But whatever, like, I don't even want to get into that either. I just kind of wanted to start this off by saying that I am a person and I hope I attract people that are of the same like-mindedness. And when I say that we need to start working on becoming who we're meant to be. And I know I said this in the last video, but we truly do. And I think one of the ways that we can do that is to stop literally and just pay attention, like practice awareness. Be aware of what's going on around you. Be aware of the people around you. Be more open to talking, to communicating, to understanding others. Be open and have some compassion. Have some fucking compassion, people. Like, people are so bullied and so, you know, it's outrageous. Like, people are so evil nowadays. And it's like, stop that. Like, stop. It's not good to be that way. It really isn't. It angers your spirit. You know what I mean? And it's just wrong. You know? I mean, so I feel like literally, like I said, the beginning of that, to truly be godlike or godly, to really know the essence that is within you, is to literally just become more aware. Become more aware of where you are. Become more aware of the people that are around you. Become more open to them. Become more compassionate. Become more loving. You know? I know that in certain cases, that's not always true. That's not always possible. But in those types, like people that are just really have a negative vibe, you have to really let them go. Like, negative people do not serve you at all. Like, if you really are, if you feel like you're around negative people, let them go. There's no point. You're sitting there really, I mean, especially when they're negative, is they're just letting you, it's like it's a sucking void. Like, you're literally becoming sucked in to their drama, their vibe, their issues, and you literally lose sight of yourself. So if it is a case of, you know, with some people, they're like, oh, you know, you deal with negative people or whatever, you might need to check them and then check yourself, you know, and just let them go. Because negative people at the end of the day are going to remain negative regardless of what you do until they reach a point of light in their own life where they're like, oh, I've been hanging around the wrong people, I've been doing the wrong stuff, let me switch this up, you know. But until then, it doesn't change. So, like I said, just be more aware of the people that you're around, be more aware of the situations you put yourself in, be more aware of, you know, just life in general, and work on becoming better and work on becoming more in tuned with the higher essence of who you are. And when I say higher essence, I mean literally the person that, like, if you ever did like a meditation session, if you ever practice meditation, don't know who out there does, but if you do, you know how you kind of feel a moment where you've gotten to a point when you've done a few meditation sessions and you feel like, I'm beginning to feel a sense of just calmness and peace, be that on the outside, be that as well as the inside, be that on the outside, show that to others. You know what I mean? And be more aware. That's a start. Just saying. That's where you would go with that. I know this is kind of a ramble, and I'm going to have actual topics with this channel coming up. But I like I said, I did just kind of want to come on here to introduce myself. Hi. And give you guys, just kind of an intro to this page or to this channel. So I will see you guys soon. Love and light. Bye.